The philosophy I have to the way I cook and the way I live my life is really holistic, focusing on the food that we're eating, the food that we're consuming, where it's come from, how it's been grown, the processes it's been through. Not just getting in amazing produce, but the way we get it in and minimising waste and using food when it's abundant and in season. I speak with Matt, our farmer, probably 3 or 4 times a week, and that really dictates what we're going to be cooking and serving. It's an amazing experience to share his excitement from the farm with new things coming into season, different varieties coming through, other foods that he's foraged from the wild.
Here's another one of my favourite forage ones. We've got the pine needles here.
Yeah, awesome.
And if we're lucky, here we go. Got one of these. This is basically the young pine cones coming out.
Yeah.
We haven't played with these yet, but this is like, have a taste of it. It's that real, I mean, it's resiny. It's almost unpleasant to eat at the start, but then you start to get these like candy flavours coming through.
I don't know if it's the smell or the taste, but it's just like childhood memories is just like rushing back. It's an absolute pleasure to work with someone like Matt. You know, he's got the most amazing vegetable patch, and to work with someone that's like-minded and has the same ethos to doing things as we do, it's harmonious, you know. We put in the extra effort to be able to get this produce because at the end of the day, it just tastes better. And, you know, as a chef, we want to be serving the tastiest things we can. Food and wine in Australia is extremely fascinating in the fact we're not restricted by boundaries. We can take influence from so many people from so many different countries, and people like Steve really utilise that, I think, as much as we do, and is really on the same page. You know, Steve used to be a chef, so he can really understand the process into creating food, balancing flavours in a really ethical way, and he's really translating that into his winemaking.
As winemakers, all of us make wines that show where they come from. And the real barometer, the one that you really can't hide where you come from, is Pinot Noir. Rather than sort of try and make the same style of wine, I think winemakers in Australia understand that, and they're trying to play with their area. So our Pinots are perfumed and quite light. I mean, the fact that people are curious and want to know where their food and their wine's coming from, they want the story. So they want to know where your meats come from, where your fish come from, how it's been caught, which farm the mushrooms are coming from, you know, who your grower is. And I think wine's very similar. People want to know, they want the story and the real estate. I just want to know why this wine tastes like it does.
Australian food and wine is heading in a really exciting direction. It's so free-spirited, and it's a really fantastic time to be a part of this evolutionary change.